Okay, so I'm just going to do a really quick video now of tracing down onto watercolour paper. I know some people are not sure about how to do it, and just at the start of this I'm just going to run through it all just very simply. Okay, so what I've got here is a watercolour paper block. This is only 260 gram paper, so I'm not planning on doing like sort of loads of washes on this, but whatever paper you've got, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to trace onto here. So I've got the picture that I'm going to trace. So this is a sketch that I did. This is available as one of my downloads. So this is it, and I'm just going to trace it just straight onto here. Okay, if you've done a sketch yourself on a piece of paper and you want to move it across, then this is how you're going to do it. It's a really good idea to sketch a picture and have it so that you've always got the original copy and trace down onto your watercolour the paper you want to use. It doesn't have to be for watercolours, although it's really nice for watercolours because you can make all your mistakes on your sheet and rubbing out and pressing hard and everything, and then when you trace onto your watercolour paper you haven't got loads of marks and lines on there. But it's also really useful if you're using coloured pencils, if you're doing something like an acrylic, then tracing down sections and then having a master copy is really useful. So at any point, it's a really good thing. So we've got some equipment that we need. So one thing that I've got here is a graphite stick. And so this is just a block of graphite. Now this is a 6B. You can get these in different grades. This is a 6B, and I've also got a pencil here, and this is a 2B. It really makes no difference which one, and I'll do half of one and half of the other and we'll see. But it needs to be soft, so you need a B pencil, a softer pencil. Then you need something that's quite hard, not really sharp but quite hard, and so I've got a HB pencil, doesn't even say on it, but it's a HB pencil, so it's a little bit harder pencil, and I've also got a Biro. Okay, so we'll have a look at those. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is turn my picture over, and I am just going to colour all over the back and put a layer of pencil down. So the graphite block is quite good for this because you see I'm just using it on its side. The whole lot is graphite, and so I can just cover it in a nice thin layer there. So I'll do half, and then we'll go for our 2B pencil. So I'm going to use it on its side as well. We don't want to scribble like this, we just want to put a covering down. If you haven't got 2B or 3B or B pencils, you know, go for the one that's the softest as possible, because what we're after is a lot of graphite dust, a lot of the lead all on the surface, and we want to push it onto our other paper. So let's move that across, bring our paper in. Okay, and then so there's our sketch, and then on the back is all of our graphite. So now we're just going to put it down. Now you can tape this down if you want to. You can hold it, you can put a clip on it, however you want to, but you don't really want this moving around. So let's go with our pencil. So you want to press with this line here. Oh, I've already gone off the line a bit. You want to press here hard, but do bear in mind, those of you that are going to do this for watercolours, definitely what you don't want to do is you don't want to score into your paper. So you don't want to press so hard that it pushes into your paper and causes little score marks in on your page, because that's where all your watercolour is just going to run into, and you're going to get really dark watercolour marks in there. So the same for inks as well. It's all going to run into those grooves that you put into the paper. There we go. So I've done these top ones here, so I'm going to swap over to the Biro so you can see what that's like. And again, don't sort of go mental, pushing really hard with this. You're not really supposed to be able to sort of push the graphite down, embed it into the paper as such. You're just pushing your two pieces of paper together, so you're just squashing them together so that you transfer. Nearly come off the line there. Look at me. You might have a Biro like this one that actually is running out of its ink, so I'm not always getting a pen line from my Biro, so it doesn't matter, and in some ways that's kind of the best one to use, because you just want that ball rolling across the surface. It doesn't really matter if you draw on top of this at all, as long as you're just following all the lines. I suppose if you're not concentrating where you're drawing, you might not be able to see where you've done and where you've still got to go. Swap over to my pencil. Okay, I haven't put my little dots in there because I can put those in later. And then we have a little lift up. Oh, there we go. And there we go. I don't know if you can see that. So it's really light. The more graphite that you put on here, the more and more you scribble onto here, the more you're going to get down. The one problem is that when it's here and you're leaning on it too much, you'll get smudgy marks. So you don't want it too thick, you want it just enough that you get a very light covering onto your paper. This is really good for watercolours because then you don't have those lines coming through. But if you're going to work over in any other medium as well, in any way, you don't want the graphite lifting up and mixing up with your other medium. So you're going to do this in coloured pencil, you don't want all pencil picked up onto it. The other thing that's really nice about it is you're getting a direct copy of this, so it's not a flipped over version, it's not the opposite side, it's a direct copy of what you've got here. So I'm going to zoom in and we'll see if we can see it a bit clearer. Ooh, zoom back out again. So remember, you can use this on any image, transferring onto any type of paper that you want to use. Check out my website for other downloads and resources, and see you back here again soon.